Hey everyone, Robert Marrujo, one of your senior editors for NintenDojo.com. We are back again, and what are we talking about this time? This time we are talking about the joys of physical media. What do I mean by that? Well, I love collecting games. I love collecting everything to do with games. I love the box, I love the game cartridge or the disc or whatever medium it came in. Now, we live in an age where we have kind of our choice in terms of whether we're going to get things digitally or we're going to get them physically. You know that the publishers love for you to get it digitally because they don't have to send anything to a store, they don't need to design a box, but I'm going to keep torturing them with it as long as I can because I feel like having these physical items to hold on to makes it just that little bit more special. Our editor-in-chief, Mark, he loves game manuals, for example. I do too. Just the joy of being able to sit and go through the manual on the way home as a kid was a joy that I always loved. Because it took you into this different area of your imagination. Now, I will argue with people to the death. I don't think that video games stymie imagination. For me, it ignited mine. I always would play the games, and then after that, it would be, how do I incorporate this into playing with my sister, or how do I incorporate this with the art that I'm working on, telling a story. You know, I love toys. We do our toy box feature. All of these different things play into the larger world that, for me and a lot of other gamers, the video game creates. So we're going to be looking at just a handful of games that either are hard to come by or were surprisingly rare, but the point of it all is just to kind of highlight to you guys how special it is to be able to look back at your collection as time goes by and sort of the memories associated with them. And today I have a different sampling of things that, to me, they're like little time capsules or just fun, odd moments that have come by as I've been collecting over the years. So I have here, and don't worry, we'll do like close-ups so that you can see this as opposed to just looking at my pudgy hands holding things. But to start off with, this random copy of Mario Land 2 for Game Boy. So this is a Japanese copy, and I stumbled across this at a flea market, the Laney Flea Market in Oakland, California. You can see, it's to me, this is just so awesome. You're obviously not going to get this here because this is North America, this is the United States, it's not Japan. But somehow this game was transported from Japan to here, and over 20 years later, I'm holding this box, and I just thought it was so cool. It's a testament to just how creative video games companies had to be in the past in terms of coming up with different packaging. I mean, they still do it today, where they'll specialize certain boxes to certain regions. You'll see color shifts. Sometimes you'll see entirely different art. I find it all fascinating. You know, what it speaks to each region and their own particular tastes and just their views on things that you get these variations. And I think it's a really big part of what makes the industry special. So, you know, of course, the Japanese box is going to come with the Japanese manual. And again, speaking of manuals, to me, the art in these manuals is just so good. It's so special to flip through them and look at how these characters were before they started doing these, sorry for the noise, started doing these stock 3D character models for everything. It's gotten, I don't know, it's still fun. I'm not going to pretend I hate it, but it is a lot more sterile now. It's like Mario looks this way, and he's going to look this way in every single game. Every single box is going to have this exact same style for Mario and all of his friends, and it just gets old. It's like, I loved the variety back then. This art for Mario during this era, when you had Mario World and you had Mario Land 2, it's some of the most creative stuff to come out of Nintendo's, Nintendo as a company. You know, their artists were working overtime creating these beautiful pieces, and it's sad that so much of it is kind of lost now. The Mario Encyclopedia that's going to be coming out this fall is it's being published through Dark Horse. I think that's a potential game changer just in terms of it's sort of doing what the 3 Zelda books have done so far through Dark Horse, which is compiling art, compiling pieces of history, and letting people just enjoy them and showing them off. So there are other oddities too. We scrolled through them a moment ago, but just showing you, I have them here with me. You know, the box for pinball, the box for the NES cleaning kit. These are things that were made once, will never be made again, and it's astounding when they survive, because I know a lot of you watching this are thinking, I take these and I throw them in the garbage. I throw them in the recycling, I take the thing out of it, I don't need it, I don't need that box, it's gone. But to me, that's so sad. It's sad to see those things go. You can't replace them. And when you look back, again, you're looking back at the past and how things were made and produced. These little trinkets, these little pieces of the history of the industry are invaluable. But even in recent history, we've had games that have gone on to become scarce and have just surprised people because you don't really suspect, hey, this game's going to be super popular and I should pick up a copy just to have. Devil's Third is one of them. I just randomly had this on pre-order. I don't pre-order every single game coming to a Nintendo console, but this is one of the ones that I did. And I remember getting the call from GameStop where they said, yeah, you have Devil's Third pre-ordered and everybody's looking for it. So if you want it, you should probably come get it. And so I went and I bought it. Another one in recent years, and I think it's cute. And I actually had fun playing with this with my sister who reviewed it. And we were one of the only sites to review the game because we're cool. We did Hello Kitty Kruisers. So this game randomly became very scarce. Now, as you know, Wii U was not the most popular Nintendo system. It kind of bombed. A lot of the games on the console are hard to find. Devil's Third is one. Hello Kitty's arguably even harder to get hold of. So, yeah, you can get this through the eShop. But if you get it through the eShop, you don't get this cool box. You don't get the cool box. You don't get the cool insert with Bats Maru and Hello Kitty and Karopi in the background, his little boat. And I can't figure out how he's driving the boat when his head is almost as big as it. But that's a discussion for another time. It's, again, it's the fun of the industry. It's fun finding these games that you like, that you're drawn to. You have the box, and 10 years from now, somebody who owns this game, who played it as a kid, is going to pull it out of their shelf and have all those memories attached to it. And I just personally don't feel like you're going to have that same feeling for any of this stuff if it's just, oh yeah, that game I downloaded, it's in a file on the user interface of my console. Like, that's so soulless. Come on, people. And just so you know, Hello Kitty Kruisers has also come out on Switch. That box art look familiar? That's right. You have another chance, people. I wanted the physical for this as well. Because who knows? I'm hoping that Rising Star Games has a winner and that you're all buying it. But on the chance that it's, you know, it's scarce, look at this. Another box, another physical copy. This one's actually pretty cool because I love how the Switch boxes have the interior art. There goes a little cartridge. But this is great. So I hope you all enjoyed that little look at, you know, collecting. One of these days, we're going to do a video talking about my own particular style of cataloging this stuff and storing it. But that's a video for another day. But again, cherish what you have. Cherish your boxes. Cherish the cartridges. Cherish the discs. Because probably in, let's say, 10 to 15 years from now, we might be living in a world where there is no physical media. And we all just have some weird Omni device that's strapped to our wrist and that plugs into a TV, and you don't have video game consoles. Who knows? The apocalypse is coming. But in the event that it's not, I do hope you all had some fun looking at these oddball trinkets that I have laying around. And look at your own collection. You know, tell us what you have in your particular collection of your own. Let us know in the comments. Let us know on social media. What do you have collected? What do you have that's rare? What do you have that you can't live without and you don't care what the reviews said? Let us know. And thank you again for tuning in. And make sure to give us a subscribe. And we'll see you next time.